In the equity markets today, looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which hit a low today, almost broke 23,000 in the cash market. 23,145 was the low. That was down well over 500 points, about 2.5%. We ended up closing the cash markets down around 517 points on the Dow, down 2.17%. We now have a 3-day losing streak for the Dow, and all of this really cascaded after Jerome Powell spoke this morning, talking about the downside risk to the economy. We now have not had the Dow Jones above that key 25,000 level since March 10th. That's quite a stretch, considering how strong the NASDAQ and to a certain degree the S&P has been. So the Dow is definitely the weakest of the three overall. It also led today because energies, industrials, and financials were the three weakest sectors when you look at the underlying markets. The energy was down over 4%, industrials down about 2.72%, and then we had financials down about the same amount. So those three are very heavily represented in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and they helped the Dow lead the other two indices on a much weaker day. Again, the S&P wasn't far behind, neither was the NASDAQ. All three of them were down over 2% at one point, but the Dow definitely the weakest of the three. And it wasn't just Jerome Powell talking about downside risks today. You had famed hedge fund manager David Tepper, who talked about this being the most overvalued stock market that he has seen since the late 90s. Peter Boockvar, who helps to manage $4.5 billion, talking about the Fed not being able to print EBITDA, not being able to print jobs, even though they could provide liquidity by printing money. And then also Goldman Sachs was on the tape today saying that the downside risks far outweigh the upside. So you get that along with Jerome Powell's statements, and you get this kind of weakness in the equity markets, specifically in the Dow Jones Industrial Average.